Sam finds that funny.
And then he looks at the soldiers. You didn't draw my sword.
He's just smiling.
Brilliant.
No, he turns his
he
claw
didn't.
over. Is Zamacles was branded or not?
Wait, he was branded.
Okay.
Sam is pointing out that physically Snowbeard didn't do it, and neither did Sam.
This will not stand in any court. A magister of any rank will be able to see through this. You don't think I'm going to be able to talk my way through here? Thunderlips my ass, Snowbeard. Thunderlips my ass.
Thunderlips my ass if you want to get out of here.
Oh, Sam is. Oh, I like. Oh no, Sam is like also thinks that's funny.
Chuckle all you want, Hin, dwarf. You will never be citizens in this empire. We'll all be
Who wants to be a
ground.
citizen?
He looks at you like you know nothing, Hin.
Don't worry, we'll see you in the ring.
He's thinking, he's awake, and he's... What can I do to sweeten the pot a little? What can I... You said you wanted to make a deal. I will deal. Remove me from this travesty, this horrible, sweaty, stinky place.
You're a gladiator. You shouldn't be lying. It's bad to make outbursts. Your brethren won't like it.
Don't make
gonna-
me breathe on you. My breath has stopped many hearts before. Slave or subject, it does not matter.
Radima was talking about surgically removing tongues and other body parts.
Radimer? I had a concord with Radimer, an understanding.
Well,
Seems you're unable to follow through with your end of the deal, so he has a concord with us.
Radimer! Radimer, please tell me it's not so. Radimer just waves it off like he doesn't want to deal
so
with it.
if you breathe on someone, we're probably going to have to let Radima try to cut out the part that makes you breathe like that.
You wouldn't. He's a corpse collector. He experiments on bodies. He probably could. Fine. I'll be your gladiator. We'll see if you get out of this duchy. We'll see. You think you're
Do you know
smart,
where we're
do you?
going?
Nope, I think I am a moron, but I like punching things.
Hey, do you know where we're going?
No, where are we going, Snowbeard?
I don't know, but it's some tower with some traitor. That's where we're going. We're not going where
Oh.
you thought we were going.
He's thinking. Can I loosen my bonds here?
No.
This is very uncomfortable.
It's gonna. No, this is uncomfortable. Everything else that's gonna happen to you from this day forward is gonna be uncomfortable.
Oh, Snowbeard. Oh my.
So Sam is going to motion to the...
His like little like the flaps of skin between like the spines on his head like flicker in anger. He might have like a calm sounding voice, but he's still a dragon man.
Yep.
He still has rage within.
Sam is going to motion to Yagog to put the gag back in.
Kind of shoves it into Zamacles'
Good times.
Yes. Those were his plans, Radimer. You overhear Joram. He's speaking louder so everyone can hear.
Yep.
He was planning on taking you to Drakon. He says that he has contacts there. And the Drakon Masters, he was going to hire them to whip some strength into your gladiators. Drakon, do we have the funds to do this? Ah, yes. See, the tallies are here, here, and here. And this here is important. You don't want to lose this document.
What does whip strength... Hey, Roger. What does whip strength into mean?
It's face punching, but it's better.
Roger is drunk.
Oh, Sam will grab another bottle from the supply wagon and bring it in for him.
Roger is dealing with his with his loss and becoming part of this treasonous
Treasonous?
pack of
We are
gladiators.
awesome, sir.
You propped up your own master.
I feel bad. This is fictional.
Perhaps we will travel by way of the Sorceress Tower to the Citadel of Drakon. We will bring them. If they want to be gladiators, then we will make gladiators of them. And perhaps be rid of some of the undesirables. Yes, that is exactly what he had planned. However, with the large group of slaves that he was carting behind the caravan, unfortunately, that group apparently has made their own fortune in the desert, says Joram. Let us go to the Sorceress Tower. I suppose it is an old way to provide tribute to dragons. Yes, gifts, even small gifts from an underclass, such as you, Master, at least in the dragon's eyes. The dragonborn see themselves as higher than humans, and this is their duchy. You are not an imperial citizen, so you are lower than the dragonborn. And then the dragonborn inside, well, they have their own way of figuring out who's who and what's what. All the way from the priests and the nobles, all the way down to the the burnished scales, the ones that the muted scales. I'm not getting the word quite right.
Hey, Yoram.
The scaleless. Yes, they're almost as bad as the scaleless.
Do they wear hats or something so you know which is which?
I suggest that you, as a gladiator, a slave of a subject, just keep your mouth shut.
Huh.
Nice cup of shut the fuck up.
He taps a finger and kind of tings the bronze plaque that he wears around his neck, which has writing on it. It's written in High Imperial, so you don't know what it says, but he's insinuating that he's more important than you.
Huh.
Snowbeard comes up.
He pulls the plaque away like you're going to take it from him.
And he kicks him right in the balls.
Sam smiles because
You can thank Sam for that.
I will have none of this if we are going to pull off this ruse, says Radimer, once we are in sight of others. And who knows where their spies linger. These are dragon people. Their sights and eyes are better than us.
Of course, Master. As soon as we're in we need to pull this ruse off. We'll be 100% in character. And the left, and he stomps on his left. Twice. Sorry, twice he made me. It's not my fault.
The road is hard and dusty on the way to the Sorcerer's Tower. I'm going to expose some of the map because you guys deserve to see where you're going.
We put a little bit of effort into denobilifying this wagon.
Yeah, it doesn't take much. You drink and eat and just don't clean up after yourselves, tear down any of the banners, make it pretty stinky.
There we go.
And you guys enter a hillish region where this long... You never thought that things could be built so tall. Squished between two hills, there is a 100-foot tall tower of what looks like a single finger of basalt that is slightly kind of like angled off to the side like a fang. It looks like it grew from the earth, or like some big monsters trying to come out of the earth, more so than a constructed thing. It glistens, it stands starkly in the horizon as you are passing through the desert sands, heading towards the Tower of Zengar the Sorceress. You arrive, and nearby there is a veritable tent city. Apparently the Tower of Zengar the Sorceress, it's like they forgot how to build buildings. Or maybe the buildings that were built here long ago out of like clay and brick have been allowed to fall away to ruins. And there's a tent city inside, and probably 1 out of every 3 people here is a dragonborn. The dragonborn come in all shapes and colors. Some of them are big, some of them are small, some of them are actually like small-ish. Then you start to realize that there are also kobolds here. The kobolds too also have different colored scales, and there's a veritable like market at the base of the Zengar the Sorceress. There appears to be very little law here. You do see that there are soldiers wandering around in the markets. Most of the soldiers are dragonborn. A lot of the dragonborn soldiers are red dragonborn. You're told to avoid them. They are the Duke's men.
Okay.
That Zengar the Sorceress, or Zengar the Traitor of the long line of Zengars, prefers to use red dragon soldiers because they do what he says.
They're stodgy bastards.
Okay.
Or something.
Radimer is not questioned in the tent city about your slaves. He's not questioned at all. Zamacles, you require to gag him a few times. A few times he's wandered out of his gags or convinced soldiers inside the tent to get rid of, or inside the cage to get rid of his gag. Radimer does set out with Jonah. He says, "Do not go anywhere," and he's going to bring several of you with him.
I just want to point out it is 2:30 in the morning almost.
Yeah. Yeah, we're getting to a good point. So,
Okay, just checking.
he goes and he follows up on Jonah's. Jonah knew what his master's plans were, and apparently they want to bring you up into the mountains to the pagodas of Drakkar. The pagodas of Drakkar are where a bunch of masters of varying quality, are varying skill, or different martial tradition, will train people, including gladiators, and they also have a gladiatorial arena where this city is ruled by the monastic traditions of the Dragonborn. He does say that this city of Drakkar used to be the capital city, where they made sacrifices directly to the blue dragons that once ruled over this land. Of course, the blue dragons have been removed, and now the sacrifices are the dead in the gladiatorial arena of this city.
Cool.
So, the decision that you guys have to make for next game for your characters. This is for the basically they're going to have a training montage, because some of them are going to train to level. You each get three training points. With a training point, you could train to level. With a training point, you could train to up an ability score. And it could be any ability score that you want, as long as your base ability scores aren't above 84, like we talked about. You can also train to retrain a level.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have 84 ability points and you have no Gestalt, you can train for a Gestalt.
Okay.
1 level in the Gestalt. And then you could train for changing your Gestalt if it's NPC class. So there's a bunch of training options. You could also retrain a thing if you don't like a thing. But each of these is a training point, and we'll say that by way of Master Zamacles' wealth and Radimer, who is willing to train you guys as gladiators, like you've now convinced him that he is a gladiator master.
Okay.
I suppose if you're going to give me the Seattle Seahawks, I guess I will be the owner of a football team.
Right. Or the new hockey team. Yay!
So...
Ugg Rogue Barbarian Gestalt. Yeah, that could be... So does Ugg
needs
have the ability
points
score?
first, doesn't he?
Yeah. So why don't we just take a quick?
No, Ugg's already 86.
So Ugg with 2 training points could go up Gestalt Barbarian.
So I'm just throwing this out there. I might retrain this expert as rogue.
Yep. So each level counts as a training point, and then if you are leveling up, you also need to use one of your training points for that.
He's a 3rd level character already, so I don't think he's
Both Edward and Snowbeard, who were 1st level characters, have enough XP to go to 2nd level. I have to check on the 2nd level guys if they have enough XP for 3rd, but I'll do that offline. I'll let you know. So Ugg, let's just make some notes on what we're going to do. So Ugg might be Ugg. So we're not spending all of next game doing this, or the next time we play these. It's train Barbarian Gestalt. And what is he going to do with his for his last one?
Get better at something?
I think that's all he can train, which is fine. Because his ability scores are too high.
Oh. I might actually do ability scores on
Edward is going to... He likes his spellcaster, he likes his magus. He does not have 84, so he's going to do a train ability score. And he's going to train a level if the 2nd levels get higher.
Yeah, I think Sam will do ability scores.
Snowbeard, what are you training? You're training to level, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he's gonna train the level. He's gonna retrain his warrior to fighter.
Warrior to fighter.
Yeah.
So you should do that first and then train to level.
Yeah, that would make sense.
So you have a training point left.
And he's gonna up his strength, I guess.
Okay. Train strength +1. Okay. Samuel, Ahmed, what are you gonna? Or sorry, Arlen. Train.
Cleric.
Hey, you should train your legs back.
Train in skateboarding.
Oh, that's harsh.
So train to level. That's a good idea.
Yep,
You
train
don't
to
have the
level.
ability scores yet to go into Gestalt. So I would suggest training ability scores.
Wait, we can go Gestalt?
Yeah,
If
if
you
you
get
have
your
an
ability scores
84,
high enough.
you can then train it. You can go into Gestalt.
Alright.
If you end up with a character that has all 14 Marty method kind of starting stats, then you can do that.
Yeah.
So train 2 ability scores. Now, I'm saying that these automatically succeed. We're going to fold some time and make time happen. These automatically succeed. The way this works in the management system that we're going to play is that your training facilities give you a number of dice. You need to succeed at the training task in order to have that success, and the number of successes you need equals to the level of the person that you're training.
Yeah, okay.
Oh. So, like a 20th level dude requires 20 successes.
Yes.
So, if it's like 50-50, you need 40 dice.
Yep. You're training a 20th level dude.
We train him for lower level guys.
Which could happen in 5 days if you have lots of dice, or it could happen in like 50
Oh,
days.
so you can so they
Every
they
5-day chunk, you have the number of dice to spend.
I get it.
Yep, yep.
But you keep the successes. It's not you need a total number of successes equal to the level in one go.
No.
Okay,
It's like
all right,
it takes time to train.
My brain was just exploding with the like. But do you know how much it costs to get 40? Like, it's going to be 1, and then 2, and then 3, but it's all additive, right? And then,
Yeah, but you get to decide. I'm gonna slow train this dude. I'm gonna Uber train this dude, or you know.
No, I like it.
Yep, and we'll adjust if it's like, oh, this is taking too long. What we can do is compare it to the training things that we did in our last campaign, and we can go, well, this is taking twice as long. We can then adjust the number of successes you need, so we can tweak it as we go. And eventually, I will write up these rules and then share them in a PDF, or stick them in a book and sell it or something. But,
So,
and then Samuel was going to train
ability scores.
just straight ability scores.
Yeah. So I can't get rid of my expert yet because it's giving me a whole shit ton of feats. So if
Got
I
it.
will. Yeah.
Oh, and then you don't have the 84
I don't have the 84.
to go True Gestalt. So,
Right.
yeah.
So it's going to be likely strength and 2 dex, or 1 strength, 1 charisma, 1 wisdom or
Train
1.
3 ability scores.
Yeah.
All right, and then next game for these guys will be making your way up to the city of Dracan, and then your new master, is going to make you fight. There's going to be, he's going to put you guys to work, and then he's also going to try to get rid of.
He's going to put them in a shit fight.
He's going to get rid of some of the guys that he wants less and less people as time to go on to know the secret.
The shit we've done.
That is his goal. And you may have traded one master for another horrible master in a different sort of way.
Right. He might be trying to actually kill us, but I don't know.
They're so much more obedient.
Yeah, or you might be really interested in your corpses because he's a necromancer and he wants cool undead things. Is everyone learning perform combat? That would be a thing that you could learn with a feat. It's not a bad thing to learn. If you don't, that's fine too. Eventually, somebody will whip that feat into you.
Is that a combat feat?
I'm not sure what they labeled it as. We'll have to look it up.
What's that?
The reason why I asked that is because I can basically use any combat feat with a move action.
Oh, it's performance combat, I believe, is the feat, which allows you to have either bonuses in performance combat or to do it quicker. Like some performance things allow you to do. It's a skill. Is it a skill? It is based off of skills. Your perform ranks, and I also said your acrobatics ranks, and then your charisma modifier all add to the performance combat roll. But performance feat, let's have a look here. There are a series of performance feats. Masterful display, is that?
That just lets you use several performance feats at once.
I'd like the gladiators to get some teamwork feats.
That would be a neat idea, but it's just convincing them to all pick the right one, right?
Magnus is going to be taking some.
Cool. I'm perusing the rules for performance combat. There should be the Master Combat Performer feat makes improving the crowd in some situations a free action as opposed to a... You can make a performance check as a free action. You are proficient in all weapons with performance special quality. It is called Master Performer.
What are the prereqs?
None. Oh
Really?
wait, prereqs is performing combatant or at least 3 performance feats and a base attack bonus of 6, and it is a combat feat. So technically Sam could...
Yeah.
I don't know if he has to meet the prereqs with that power, but...
Yeah, he does have to meet the prereqs.
Okay. That is steep. What is performing combat? Performing combatant? Oh, dazzling display or any one performance feat. Ugh. These are hard to get.
Yeah.
It's a combat feat. I don't know if you need to make your prereqs or not.
Yeah, I need to make the prereqs.
Oh, okay.
So I need dazzling display is what I'm seeing. Which means I need weapon focus.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
so,
it's a pretty... it's a very, very heavy...
It's
chain.
a deep ass chain.
Yep. I might play with that a little bit too. Or just get better at those 3 things: acrobatics, perform, and your charisma, and do cool things in the battlefield, right?
That's, I think, the second one.
Yeah.
Murderer's Circle.
Cool. So
yeah.
I'll award some XP. I think we're going to call this game the Caravan of Lies because that is so apt to what has
Best
happened.
use of a hero point.
I had no idea what was going to happen, and I had a slight idea that a mutiny was going to happen, but I thought it was going to be like you were going to negotiate for better terms.
Demand an extra piece of pie at dinner.
Right. Or just kill them all and try to make your way out. But it's
And then
interesting.
have the capture sequence.
I thought
where you get
that was what's going to
sold
happen.
by dragons.
I'm like, how long do I drag out the? And then you're chased by the law when you get to the borders. How do the third level guys get out of the country? We try to walk out.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Hilarious.
Caravan
Yeah,
of Lies.
Nope, we had other plans. And then
All right, cool. Magnus, Phineas, and
Ashoka.
Ashoka are all
Ashoka.
4th level now, so you guys
Yes.
should level those guys up. We'll play the Masters tomorrow. The Masters are going to start to get into managing their Ludus and managing their first series of fights. And they have to meet with the Magister or the Commissioner of Vatapol first to register their Ludus. And they may have some visits by some of the other heads of the competing
So
Who are you?
gladiatorial houses.
Why are you here?
Yeah, it should
Ashoka
be fun tomorrow.
took a language and he called it just Akka.
Oh, Aka's
baby.
language is on his character sheet. I forget what it called. It's like Teak or something like that.
Right now he just knows it as it's Akka.
It's Akka. It's Akka tongue. Yeah, Akka can teach you a language. Yes, the five-faced god is behind some of it. It is a big facet of the Imperium, the human-centric empire that is forcing all these mostly non-humans and then their own criminals and rebels to fight in the arena. This has been pretty cool. So thanks for joining us on this Friday evening. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your St. Paddy's Day, and we'll see you tomorrow at about 3 p.m.
Boom shakalaka.
Have a good night,
PST.
guys. PST, yes. 3 p.m. to PST.
Night, guys.
Later.
Cheers.
Good night. Hope you guys enjoy this as much as we do. And thanks for hanging out with us. The usuals, Foxfire, Drakester. We saw Quinta. Scott, thanks for the Scott. Thanks again for the Twitch Prime sub. Very cool. Who else was in there?
Frozen gnomes.
Frozen Gnomes stopped by.
Skyclops.
Skyclops. Yep.
And-
Cool.
Fox.
Just lurking.
My viewer list won't load right now, so I can't do the
Okay,
whole thing. Randomly,
skateboard.
yes. There we go.
Electrical.
Electrical skateboard, yes. How can we forget those wonderful folks who come and hang out with us while we play D&D?
Remember your
And
hero
contribute.
points.
Yesterday, there were so many contributors to the crazy gladiators that you guys are going to fight. You guys are in for a shit kicking from some of these gladiatorial houses because the shit we rolled as like it's only gonna be 4th level, and we're all like, face
Don't
palming.
worry, Magnus will be able to kill it. Just send Magnus in.
Yep. Magnus is your Ludus champion.
A champion.
He is your Primus. Your 4th level barbarian fighter Primus.
Cross all
He's
the
our
fingers.
big swinging cod. That's what he is.
I'm building him to be.
Oh,
I
it'll
got
be
a
good.
really cool. I got a really
I'm
cool.
building a sneaky snake in the shadows.
Are you going assassin prestige class, Adam?
I kind of want to, but I need to do it through ninja.
No, assassin. Look at the prereqs. It doesn't require anything from rogue. It just requires like 5 ranks in stealth.
The problem is my DC, my death attack DC will suck, but it's just sneak attack. So yeah, I'll do it. I will assassin the things. That would be cool.
Yeah, it's like maybe we make it a feat, or a training thing where you switch your int to charisma based.
Right, just for the death attack, because and then because that would be friggin' the tits. That would be awesome.
I like the idea, like the fact that a magic item, you're like, ooh, that's a neat path. I could become an assassin.
I could be an assassin.
Yeah,
that would be
cool.
awesome. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. All right, good stuff. Okay, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Thanks for hanging out, and thanks for playing. Hope you guys enjoy this as much as we do.
Bye.
Good night. Get some rest, Ahmed.